Play that damn song, baby. The New York Yankees have won Game 1 of the American League Division Series. It's a huge win for the Yankees. You get out in front. You establish that first game win. You dramatically increase your chances of winning the series. You had the pitching advantage in Garrett Cole versus Michael Wacha. Neither starter was particularly impressive today, but you got a better effort from Garrett Cole. You got a better effort from your bullpen, and you got a better game overall, despite the sloppiness defensively, the sloppiness from Garrett Cole, the sloppiness from the offense runner scoring position. They went 2 for 13. They still found a way to put 6 runs on the board and only allow 3 earned runs total. I will get into the performance from the bullpen. That is something we're going to focus on in this episode because it was absolutely remarkable. But before we get into everything, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell to be locked in with Fireside Yankees. You guys don't want to miss anything we're posting over the next couple of days. Make sure you guys check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and of course this YouTube page, all under the handle at Fireside Yankees, except for Instagram where it's at fireside.yankees. Now, let's get started talking about the pitching. Garrett Cole wasn't great today. He just wasn't. He allowed 3 earned runs across 5 innings, 7 hits allowed, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. It just wasn't his finest night. And he gave you a performance where you were still in the game. You were still in the game. He was not getting the doors beaten out of him. He wasn't, it wasn't a 5-6 run game, one of those performances like he had against the Mets or the Red Sox where the Yankees just weren't in the game by the time he left the mound. This is a start where you go, all right, you know what? We were still in the game the second you left the mound. I'm pretty sure the Yankees had the lead when he left the mound initially. But I wasn't impressed. I wasn't. I don't think anyone was, but I appreciate that he didn't let it get out of hand. He did not let this become a blow-up start, because a blow-up start and you're down 0-1 in this series and your chances and odds of winning the American League Division Series drop dramatically. Now, moving on to Tim Hill. I thought he pitched well. I thought he got the ball he needed to get the out. Anthony Volpe makes a brutal, and I mean brutal, error that keeps the inning going. The Royals end up cashing in. They have a 2-run single up the middle from Garrett Hampson. It was a gut punch. The Yankees had now blown another lead. They initially had a 2-1 lead after going down 1-0. Then they had gone down 3-2 after an MJ Melendez home run. They had gotten the bases loaded. They didn't capitalize on runner score position, but you sat back and you said, you know what? They have a 4-3 lead. You just got to close it out. Tim Hill gets the ball you need it to end that inning, and it turns into an error and 2-run score. Can't happen from Anthony Volpe. It just can't. It can't. Like, I don't think he's going to sit here and say it's fine or whatever. It just can't happen. Thankfully, it didn't cost the Yankees the game, but it can't happen. Moving on to Clay Holmes. He came into this game, and look, Clay Holmes has drawn a lot of ire from fans. And granted, it's not like irrational. The guy has led the league in blown saves this year, but he delivered 1 2/3 innings of flawless baseball. He allows 1 hit. It was a BS hit in that 6th inning where it's this ground ball that hits off his foot or something. But he was locked down after. He kept the Royals in check. And by keeping the Royals in check, he allowed the Yankees in the 7th inning to get a lead, because they had tied the game in the 6th after blowing the save, after Hill not blew the game, but Volpe blew the game. They had tied the game off an Austin Wells single. And then the 7th, and I want to kind of gloss over this because we're going to circle back to Alex Verdugo here. Alex Verdugo delivers a go-ahead game-winning hit. It ends up being the game-winning hit, a huge single, huge hit. Gave the Yankees the lead that they wouldn't relinquish. We'll talk about him in a second. And then Canely, he gets 2 outs, walks Garrett Hampson and Aaron Boone. And this is a huge credit to Aaron Boone, because I thought he managed his game pretty well. I thought he was aggressive, bringing in his relievers. He didn't mess around. He didn't, leave guys in for too long. He brings Luke Weaver in, and Luke Weaver strikes out Michael Garcia to end the frame. And then he delivers a clean and just dominant 9th inning. He strikes out. He strikes out Michael Massey. He strikes out Bobby Witt Jr. He gets Vinny Pasquantino to roll over to first. This guy has been nails for the New York Yankees in the postseason. This bullpen allowed 0 earned runs across 4 innings. They got the big outs. They did their job. They were awesome tonight. They did everything you could possibly ask for this from this group. I was really thoroughly impressed by the performance from Weaver, but I want to give a lot of credit to Clay Holmes because he delivered 1 2/3 innings of really important baseball. And then now circling to the offense here, I'm sorry, this isn't the Alex Verdugo game. This just is. There's a fly ball in left field during the 4th inning when Garrett Cole's kind of he's really looking like he's going to get hit the brakes beaten off of him. And Verdugo makes a great sliding grab, a play that I don't know gets made by Jason Dominguez. I'm not even trying to make like a slight at Dominguez. That's a really tough play. Like, I would argue that's the infielder's ball. You wouldn't blame Alex Verdugo for not coming up with that ball if he didn't come up with that ball. That is a tough play to make, and he makes it. He had two hits today. He got on base once. He had an RBI, that RBI single to left field. That's gutsy, man. 2 outs. You've got Jazz at second. Your team's blown chance after chance after chance with runners in scoring position. They, at that point, because of the Austin Wells single, were 1 for 12, I believe, or 1 for 10, something of that sort. They were 1 for 12, I believe, runners in scoring position at that point in time. And he still found the way to do a job. He slaps a single to left field. It's a rope. I think it was 100 miles an hour. He did his job. I was super impressed. I could also argue Gleyber Torres might have been the MVP of this game. That 2-run home run in the third inning, I feel like, got the Yankees back into the game. He had 2 walks. He had brilliant, and I mean brilliant, plate appearances. He was working the strike zone. He looked marvelous. He was unbelievable as leadoff guy. If you get that from Gleyber Torres at the top of your lineup, you're going to go very far in the postseason. You just are. Soto, 3 hits, had a double. Want to also shout out Jazz Chisholm for just being sick. Like, he stole that base second. It was a gutsy call. He probably was out. I don't really care about the replay. They said it stood. That's all that matters to me, folks. The call on the field was that they reviewed it and it upheld. That's all that matters to me, folks. And that was huge. If he doesn't steal second base, Alex Verdugo's single is for naught. It doesn't score Jazz Chisholm. So a huge stolen base there. And that's where speed kills. The Yankees haven't really had an element of speed in years past. And I'm really they didn't play their best baseball today. They really didn't. Garrett Cole wasn't sharp. Aaron Judge went 0 for 4, the walk and 3 strikeouts. Like, their 2 best players sucked today. Their 2 best players were not good today. If I told you Garrett Cole's going to allow 3 earned runs, 4 runs total, 1 of them unearned, and that Aaron Judge is going to go 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and the Yankees are going to go 2 for 13 with runners in score position, and Anthony Volpe was going to make an error that resulted in 2 runs, you would sit here and tell me the New York Yankees lost that baseball game decisively, and they found a way to win. And that's the kind of stuff, that's talent, right? Like, that's just being the more talented team. And look, being the more talented team in a short series doesn't always result in winning. It doesn't. Like, it's just not. Baseball doesn't work that way. Not in a short series, not in the postseason. I mean, we just saw the New York Mets like absolutely curb stomp the Philadelphia Phillies in the 8th inning. And on top of that, look, I don't want to sit here and make excuses like, oh, if the Yankees lose, it's because, the crapshoot, this and that. Like, I understand that gets fans upset. But I also think we can all acknowledge that there is a randomness to baseball. There's an aspect of baseball that is very hard to predict. The Arizona Diamondbacks were the NL pennant winners last year. The Atlanta Braves took down a Houston Astros team in 2021 that they were clearly inferior to. Like, these kinds of things happen in baseball. The Dodgers haven't won a first-round series in the entire span of the 3 wild card format. It's just the kind of stuff that happens. Like, I don't want to take away from how important it is to win the World Series and all that stuff. It's just to sit here and say that things went wrong for the Yankees today. They got the bad coin flips. Garrett Cole wasn't on his A game. Volpe, a steady glove at shortstop, made a back-breaking play. The best hitter on planet Earth didn't show up, and you still won the game. If that happened in 2022, we saw when that happened in 2022. Game 3 of the ALCS, Yankees are down 2-0 in the series. Garrett Cole is just not good enough. He's not ace-level Garrett Cole. And the Yankees lose. They go on to lose that game. They lost like 4-0. It was a completely uncompetitive baseball game. And that didn't happen tonight. Tonight, everyone else on the team stepped up. And if that can happen for the New York Yankees, every now and then in this run, they will go very far into October. That's my takeaway from today. If the guys around your big stars are able to carry or do a job when the stars can't, they're going to go very far, because I think Aaron Judge will wake up at some point. I think, it's one game. I think, and I truly think Garrett Cole's got more in. I think he's got better starts ahead of him if the Yankees go into a deep playoff run. And I don't think Volpe's going to botch double play balls like that. I don't think that the things that happened that really hurt the Yankees tonight are going to happen again. They were 2 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Granted, horrible, unbelievably bad. And they've been unbelievably bad in recent postseasons with runners in scoring position. Like, we have seen this happen a lot. I get that. But this does this team did play very well with runner scoring position this year. People are not going to like to hear this. And I'm going to pull up the stats to make sure that, I'm accurate or that I am not just saying it to say it. But the Yankees had a 124 WRC plus with runner scoring position. That's the third best. If you don't really care for advanced stats, which, that's fine. It's what, whatever you care for. The Yankees had the 10th best batting average with runner scoring position. They had the 8th best OBP. They had the second best slugging percentage. With an 809 OPS, they were tied for the second highest OPS in those situations. When the Yankees have runners scoring position, they've cashed in. They've done a good job of cashing in during the regular season. They didn't do it tonight. They didn't, and they still won. That's kind of the point here. They still won. Despite everything I told you that went wrong, they still won. So, I really, again, I want to give credit to Alex Verdugo. He played his tail off. I want to give credit to, the bullpen. They pitched their tails off. And I want to give credit to Aaron Boone for managing an aggressive game. So, the Yankees are now up 1-0 in this series. The Yankees will get the day off tomorrow. That's good for the bullpen because they really used, they taxed their top guys. So did the Royals. So, both sides will benefit from this. It'll be Carlos Rodon versus Cole Reagans. It's not at all the kind of matchup you sit back and go, oh yeah, this is dog food for the Yankees. Has shades of when the Yankees played the Guardians and they had Shane Bieber going against Nestor Cortez and the Yankees lost that game. Shane Bieber was unbelievable. He was lights out. Cole Reagans dominated, and I mean dominated the Baltimore Orioles in the wild card round. He dominated the Yankees last time we faced him. We'll see if the Yankees are able to get to him this time. We'll have you guys the pregame preview for that. We'll talk a little more about this series tomorrow. We'll talk a little bit about bullpen usage, all that stuff. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, let me know in the comment section below who is hyped because the Yankees, again, your New York Yankees are up 1-0 in the American League Division Series. They've got a chance to make it 2-0 on Monday. One at a time, right? You need 12 wins to win the World Series. You need 12, right? If you want to get to I think the Yankees need 11 because they didn't play the wild card round. You need 11 wins to win the World Series. 1 down, 10 to go. Let's find a way to get 10. Just got to get 10 more. Got to get 10 more. Yankees got to find 10 more in them. Let's see if they can. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys tuning in and having this conversation and just sitting down for this conversation. If you guys enjoyed again today's video, like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and of course this YouTube page at Fireside Yankees, except for Instagram where it's at fireside.yankees. EmpireSportsMedia.com is where we have all of your favorite sports teams in New York, and we've got some West Coast teams there, written coverage, tons of fun stuff. I try to drop a lot of analysis-based articles on there. And then, of course, you guys should check out Fireside Bets. That's up above my head. Again, if you are not 21 or older, this is not for you. Please skip to the end of the video or go click on a previous video we recorded. But if you're into sports betting, if that is your thing, you're over 20, you're 21 or older, Fireside Bets, we've got a Discord page, a Discord server where you guys can join. We've got an Instagram, a TikTok, and a Twitter at Fireside Bets. We've got some NFL bets coming for you. Tomorrow is Sunday, so you guys want to be tapped in on that as soon as possible so that the lines are as favorable as possible. Again, make sure, if you're 21 or older, this is for you. If not, please, anything else. Do something else with your life. With that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.
Perfect.